Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in as always. And today we are reading Everything You Need to Know, Everything You Need for a Treehouse. Oh my goodness. Everything You Need for a Treehouse. And this one is written by Carter Higgins and illustrated by Emily Hughes. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today and welcome. Please let us know as always where you're joining us from, who is joining in with you, and of course, we are glad to have you here with us. Thank you for joining in Storytime. I hope you are ready for this adventure today. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, you can find Storytime live 10:30 Pacific time right here on Facebook, but you can also find recordings after, and you can find us on our YouTube channel as well as Instagram. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime and being a part of this great community. Thank you. Good morning to you. Right, it is looking a lot better here in Auckland. I hope it is better where you are as well. Thank you so much. Please, if you do go outside, do the necessary, put on a mask so you're safe, and also keeping others safe, and also sanitize, wash your hands, do everything that we need to do. Yes, we're on double front right here. We have smoke and we also have COVID, so we need to be taking care of ourselves on that. But wherever you are, please, thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and good morning to you. I am glad you are here. Yes, for a story with everything you need for a treehouse. Good morning to you. All right, let's see who is joining us this morning and where indeed they're joining us from. Good morning to you. Madalena, Ian, and Tudor, the first ones in the door today. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Great to see you here. Thank you for joining in. Tudor and Madalena, thank you for joining us from San Francisco. Ellen Edwards in Chicago, how are you doing today? Good to see you as always. I am glad you are right here with us. Thank you so much, Ellen, for joining in. I hope you're having a beautiful day where you are. Sheba Chanda, good morning to you. And of course, good morning to you, Benjamin, as well. Or is it good evening all the way out in Lusaka, Zambia? Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing? All right, Tudor, I am glad to. I am happy you are here. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, one more time, good morning to you, Madalena. And of course, Isabel joining us all the way out. Oh, you're right in Auckland right now. Good morning to you, Isabel. Or are you in Oklahoma, visiting Oklahoma right now? Leon and Mateo, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in. Stumbling over my words there. Yes, thank you so much for joining in, Isabel, Leon, and Mateo. I hope you're having a great time while visiting Oklahoma. Good morning to you. And good morning to you, Amanda West. How are you doing? And joining in with Sarah and Nathan. And you're saying you're in southwestern Illinois. Thank you so much for joining us today, as always. Glad to have you here. Thank you. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan. How are you? Thank you. All right, Jenny Maguire Williams joining us, and you're saying your first time listening in. All right, thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to Storytime. And I'm sure I speak for the rest of the community when they say, yes, welcome to Storytime indeed, and I hope you enjoy today's story. And you're joining in from Washington. All right, please let us know who is joining in with you as well, Jenny. We would love to know, and so we can say hi to them. Good morning to you. And Brave Man, Lucy and Wally and Archie, how are you doing today out in LA? Good to see you. I hope you're ready for a good story. Good morning to you. This is a good one indeed. Maria Thomas, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. Good morning to you. Ellen, as always, bringing the sunshine. Thank you so much. And you saying today Chicago is sunny. Well, good for you. Thank you so much for joining in and of course sharing your spirits. Thank you. Patrick Rice, good morning to you. Olive Oil, how are you doing right here in Auckland? Good to see you back, Olive. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you're ready for everything you need for a treehouse. We'll be getting started very soon. Good morning to you, Sharon Lungo, joining in with Soraya right here in Auckland. How are you doing? Please be safe, but I am glad you are here this morning. Good morning to you, Sharon, and good morning to you, Soraya, as well. Good morning to you, Jessica Wang, joining in with Theo in the Bay Area. All right here together. How are you doing, Jessica? And of course, a big good morning to you, Theo. How are you today? Maria Antonia, how are you doing today? And Davi, thank you so much for joining in as always. Good morning to you, Maria Antonia. Appreciate it. Daki, Sherpa, how are you doing? Maya and Pema, how are you today? Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Harmony Beth, good morning to you. Yes, Harmony Beth, we're coming up. Patricia Palaka will be coming up soon. So yes, I'm sure you saw that. Thank you. Rebecca McDonald, how are you doing? Please let us know who is joining in with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Davi, thank you so much. Maria Antonia, one more time. Jen Yanka, how are you doing? Joining us. Please let us know where you're joining us from. And if anybody is with you, who is with you, Jen? Thank you. Shamarin and Zayele Lani, good morning to you. Thank you for joining in Story Time today. All right. Maya and Pema, say you made it to Story Time. Awesome. I am glad you are here. It puts a big smile on my face seeing you here. And LBC in the house. Long Beach, California. Coming in is Maya, it's Chriselle and Rocco and Clay. How are you doing today, Chriselle? Rocco and Clay. Rocco, please do join us after. I know you're in school right now, but do join us and watch later on. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Thank you. Oh, well, Rocco, I wish I could help you with your math right now, but yeah, no, story time first. All right. Thank you, Chriselle. Thank you, Clay, for joining in, and Rocco. And we are going to get started with everything you need for a treehouse. Well, I want to know that. And this one is written by Carter Higgins and illustrated by Emily Hughes. And of course, it's being read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Yes, here is our story for today. Everything you need for a treehouse starts with time and looking up and imagining a home of timber and rafters in wrangled nailed bark. Oh, sounds perfect. Yes, indeed. Looking up. Your tree may need to stand mighty and alone with balconies of branches so you can fling your arms wide and scout skunks in their barrows and moles in their meadow, even if you need binoculars and 10 tippy toes. Oh. Or maybe it's one soldier in an army of trees, and from far away you'd have to squint to see which one is yours. Is that my Tourette or a tangled crown? A grove of generals, your refuge in the flora. Ah, sounds so beautiful. Whether solo or squished, make sure your tree is tall. You will want to see sun speckles up close. Start with blueprints to sketch, a hammer to hit, some nails, and a saw. And don't forget a hard hat for your head. Very important. Then brace once and bolt twice. Very important again. Brace once and bolt twice. Raise a slat on some stilts. Run a ladder up high. Oh, it's all coming together. With the scraps, you can build a box for the begonias and a picket for the zinnias. Hey there, here, tiny slugs. This feast is for you. You can even have this marigold because seeds are easy to sow. Yes, indeed. Share the planet. Of course, you will need a swing or maybe a rope, some twisted twine of spun sugar and sap, a way to climb and sprawl out on a limb and slide back down again. Oh, yes, indeed. I want to be on that swing. You should build yourself a bookshelf. Very important. You should build yourself a bookshelf because you might want to sail sun-kissed seas or dig a hole through dirt and roots and rocks to the other side. Absolutely. Best way to get lost with your books. When you get hungry in your hideaway, you will be glad for the stack of snacks you stashed in your backpack. All right. Red licorice and drippy peaches are my favorites. But if you like pistachios, those are okay too. The pirates like those. So we can spit the shells from our perch. I love pistachios. Make sure your sleeping bag doesn't have holes. Your socks either, the fuzziest kind, yes. It gets chilly so high, and you won't want to shiver under the pin-pricked canopy. Aww. I want to be a part of that slumber party. But the stars will fall past your reach and you will need a flashlight so you can make your own sky with spotlights and shadows. And you will think it was such a good idea, this pile of pillows. Of course it always is. Who doesn't like a pile of pillows? Should the shadows ever growl, it would be nice if your sleeping bag had room. Yes, indeed. You scoot that way and I will scoot this way. And did you hear that bullfrog chorus? The best kinds of friends share squeezed hands and they come with some guts and a smile. Yes, indeed. You can spill secrets and whispers in a treehouse, because the wind keeps them snug with a rustle, which is a hush you can feel in your bones. That's how you know it's safe. But if your whisper is broken, you can wobble and yell. The thrushes will scatter and the barn owls echo and the crickets will welcome the company. The begonias, the whispers, the sap, and the speckles. Oh, absolutely amazing. Everything you need for a treehouse starts with time and looking up. The end. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. That was Everything You Need for a Treehouse, written by Carter Higgins and illustrated by Emily Hughes. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was absolutely beautiful. One of my favorites for sure. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. And please do watch again or indeed get yourself a copy. This is a must-have for your library. Absolutely love it. I hope everybody enjoyed it out there as much as I did, if not more. Thank you for joining in Story Time today. I am glad you were here, and let us see who else is with us. Yes, that was our beautiful book for today. But remember that Story Time is not done. We are back tomorrow with another exciting book, and we'll be reading, ta-da! Yes, join us for that one and see what it's all about. Another exciting book awaits tomorrow. All right, let us see who else is with us today. Thank you for joining us. Chriselle and Rocco and Clay, I hope you enjoyed that one. Clay, I hope that extra ear helped. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope your math work goes well as well. Thank you so much. Daki, Sherpa, Pema and Maya, thank you for joining us. Absolutely love it. Thank you. Emo Singuluwe joining us all the way out in Lusaka, Zambia. Yes, Hometown people, how are you doing? Good to see you, my brother. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you and the family are well. Thank you so much. Good to see you, my brother. Thank you. All right. Yes, long time indeed, Amos, but good to see you here, my brother. I will be in touch for sure. All right, and good morning to you one more time, Shamarin and Zaire, and you're joining us right here in Auckland, and you say, good story indeed. It is a beautiful story. 100% agree. Thank you so much. Rachel, Bruce, thank you so much. Is this your first time on Storytime? Good to see you. Please let us know who is joining in with you, and of course, where you are joining us from. Good morning to you. Tendai Chineva, Ian and Ethan out in LA. Good morning to you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today on Storytime. Right. Monica Torres Ambers, thank you for joining us. Let me know, is this your first time on Storytime? And please let us know who you're joining in with and where you're joining us from. I hope you have yourself a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you, and lovely that you are here. Thank you so much. Laura Kills and Sam Black, how are you doing today? Thank you so much. Sorry about the names, but yes, Laura Kills and Sam Black, thank you for joining us today. I am glad you're here. Thank you for joining in. Good morning, Adriana, Clay, and Artis right here in Auckland. How are you doing? Good to see you as always. And of course, one more time, Lucy and Wally. Thank you. Say, Lucy, love the page with the bookshelf. Absolutely, Lucy, I am with you on that one. Indeed, the important things, right? Books before snacks, I see. Or is it together? Books and snacks, right? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Please, if I missed your name, I will be sure to catch you again tomorrow. And if not, please, you know we are sending you love from right here in Storytime to wherever you are. Thank you so much. Join us tomorrow for another exciting story. Thank you for joining in today. Much love from me as always, and I will see you again. Bye-bye.